What's up with the new starter Pokemon for Pokemon Legends ZA? So we finally got the reveal of the starter Pokemon. We have two Gen 2 Pokemon as well as a Generation 5 Pokemon. I just said the word Pokemon way too many times within a 10-second span, but anyways, let's move on. So are these Pokemon going to get Mega Evolutions or Regional Variant? So far, we didn't get any new Regional Variants or Mega Evolutions in the trailer that we saw a couple of days ago for Pokemon Day 2025, which I'm stoked that we finally have real gameplay footage of what this game looks like. Even though it does really look like Scarlet and Violet, I think the game is going to be good overall. At the very end of this trailer, it says that all gameplay and screenshots and stuff are not officially, done. Like, this is not 100% what the game will look like. It's possible it will, but it's possible that it's going to change and look a little better. So this game is still going to be a while away. This game is coming out at the end of this year, so this game is subject to change. So I'm thinking it's going to even look a little bit better than it does. Anyways, back to the starter Pokemon. So the starter Pokemon are obviously kind of a weird pick. So now we have all of the Generation 2 Pokemon out of the picture, like they have been used. We had Cyndaquil being used in Pokemon Legends Arceus, and then now, obviously, in this game, we have the other Generation 2 Pokemon. So now, the entire Gen 2 line, they're done. They're complete. We probably won't see them as a starter Pokemon in another Legends game, which is kind of interesting. And right before we get to the rest of the video, guys, subscribe to the channel to help me reach my goal of 17,000 subscribers before the end of March. With your support, I just know that we could do it. If you want to further support the channel, you could join as a member, where you get some extra bonus footage, behind the scenes content, some just really cool stuff, and it really goes a long way, and I really appreciate all my channel members. You guys are the GOATs. Anyways, back to the video. We didn't even see the Generation 6 starters in this trailer, but I think the reason why is mainly because they dropped the starters for this game. So they didn't want to overshine or overshadow whatever the Legends ZA starters because of the Generation 6 starters in the trailer. So I think in the next trailer or one of the next trailers, we probably will see the Generation 6 starters. Also, guys, once again, a lawnmower is right outside my window. I always just so happen to randomly record whenever lawn work is being done. So if you hear a little random noise in the background, it's just a lawnmower. It'll be done soon, I promise. Anyways, I think that these Pokemon are probably going to get regional variants. The Legends ZA starters, that is. I don't think they're going to get Mega Evolutions, but I can see the Generation 6 starters getting Mega Evolutions in this game. So my early on theory now, which is probably what everyone else is thinking, is that these starter Pokemon in Legends ZA will get a Colossean variant, which is going to be really cool to see because we don't have any Colossean variants yet. This will be the first time we ever see Generation 6 based regional variant. We had a lot of regional variants in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet with the Paldean variants or versions or whatever you want to call it. We also had Hisuian regional variants from Pokemon Legends Arceus. We had some from the Galar region, Sun and Moon. So I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that we probably will be getting a lot, well, maybe not a lot, but a handful of regional variants in this game, not just only of the starter Pokemon, but of other Pokemon that exist in, the Pokemon world. Obviously, there are different Pokemon from different regions and generations in this game, so those are going to be the contenders for regional variants. The regional variants won't be Generation 6 or Kalos exclusive Pokemon, I guess I should say, or from the Kalos region, because it just wouldn't make sense because they're already from the Kalos region. So, these starter Pokemon, Tepig, Totodile, and Chikorita will probably end up getting regional variants for their third stage evolution, just like how we had in Pokemon Legends Arceus. And they probably will have different typing as well. I know the trailer hinted at Chikorita getting a fairy type, which is going to be really cool, especially since Generation 6 / Pokemon X and Y / the Kalos region, I guess, brought or introduced fairy type back when that game was released, 11, 12 years ago, however long that was. So this is pretty cool. I think a grass fairy type Chikorita or Meganium, I guess I should say, would be super cool, and I would love to see what the regional variants are going to look like, and I hope we get to see them in the next trailer or even the next trailer. We're definitely getting several more trailers before this game comes out, and this game is probably coming out October-ish if I had to take a guess, just judging on late 2025, because I feel like September is not very late, but I feel like November is almost too late, so that's why I think it's going to be October-ish. We all thought it was going to be early, first 6 months of this year. I was assuming maybe June, May, July, or something like that. But no, it seems like it's going to be later in this year, which I think is going to be, for the better. I think it's the best decision to make this game thoroughly built, good performance, good graphics. I already was impressed with all the animations. I love the battle animations. Here we got Tepig versus Totodile. I love the battle animation where you could actually move around with your Pokemon. I think the effects look great. I am so excited to play this for the first time and see how the mechanics actually work hands-on. Because sure, yeah, we can see it in the trailer, but it's totally different when you're the one actually controlling it and playing the game. So I'm excited to see how that works. But anyways, probably sometime later on in the storyline of Legends ZA, we'll probably have access to maybe pick one of the X and Y starters, or if not, we could probably just go out and catch them, because the Generation 6 starters are gonna be in this game. Like, they will be available to catch and play in this game. Those are definitely not going to get a regional variant because they're already obviously from the Kalos region. But I'd assume maybe like the next trailer is probably going to give us the Mega Evolutions, or at least some Mega Evolutions. They probably wouldn't announce every Mega Evolution before the game comes out. They'd probably want to save some to be like a secret or a treat when the game first releases and drops. Like, no way, this Pokemon here has a new Mega Evolution. That's so cool. So I think that they will have new Mega Evolutions, even though we didn't get any announcement of a brand new Mega Evolution or regional variant in this trailer. They did drop some really interesting things within this trailer, so that's why I think that, you know, they're saving a lot for the future. Like I said earlier, not to sound repetitive, but they will be dropping more and more trailers. Like I said, this game is coming out in a couple of months, so we still have a lot of time to get new reveals and everything, and this trailer was actually pretty action-packed. Like, they dropped a lot of information. Obviously, the biggest and most interesting thing is the gameplay, like, finally, real gameplay footage of this game, which is so cool. And I feel like I might make another separate video about, like, all the typings and stuff for the regional variants of the starter Pokemon for this game, because I feel like I could actually talk a lot more about that, and I don't necessarily want this video to be like a 30-minute video. So stay tuned and subscribe for that, because I'll probably make that pretty soon. But obviously I already mentioned, like, Meganium is probably going to be like a grass fairy type or something, which I think would be pretty cool. I think that's an awesome, you know, typing right there. I'm probably going to pick Chikorita. The reason why is because I'm not necessarily the biggest Totodile fan, and I have used Tepig too many times, so I'm going to give Chikorita a chance. I don't think I've ever used Chikorita, and if I have, I don't remember, so I'm going to use Chikorita, but at the same time, I think I'm going to wait to see what the regional variant evolutions look like, because who knows, because maybe I would pick Totodile or Tepig if the third stage evolution regional variant looked really, really cool and super unique. I'm just excited to see how they actually do it, because the Kalos region takes place in Paris, France, or I guess I should say Lumiose City takes place in Paris, France. So I wonder if they're going to try to get some like regal kind of French theming designs for the regional variants. It's going to be super, super cool to see, as well as the other regional variants we will see. And I've made a lot of videos about like regional variants we'll probably see, or at least I'd want to see in Pokemon Legends ZA. So if you want to check those out, check them out. And I think I will still make a couple more of those, because we don't even know what any of them are yet. So there's still room to speculate and kind of guess. And I'm going to make another video talking more about the Mega Evolution side of things. But this video I wanted to specifically more so talk about the regional variants. If you're a real one watching this far in the video, comment down below, paint, just the word paint, so you can confuse everyone that's not watching this far in the video, and tell me what you want to see as a regional variant. Like, what Pokemon do you really want to see receive a regional variant, as well as what starter Pokemon that you are going to pick. This game is just going to be so interesting with the starters, because this game takes place in the Kalos region, which we already, like, had a Kalos set of starters in Pokemon X and Y. So I wonder why this game is going to have a different set of starter Pokemon, because Pokemon X and Y, obviously we had the Gen 6 starters, which are on the screen right now if you don't know what they look like, but this game takes place after the events of X and Y, but we have different starter Pokemon. So it's kind of interesting, like maybe there's a different professor that is like, oh no, I'm going to give you guys these starter Pokemon. I mean, I kind of hope that there's a little explanation as to why we don't have the Gen 6 starters in a Gen 6 game. But I'm glad we didn't, because we're still going to be able to play and use the Gen 6 starters, and it gives us a cool way to have some new regional variants of some different starter Pokemon and show some more love to other starter Pokemon. Honestly, I feel like Chikorita, Tepig, and Totodile are some of like the least popular picks for starter Pokemon, and that may be controversial, you may disagree, but I swear other starter Pokemon have overshadowed those specific starters. Like Tepig was the least favorite at Generation 5. I know there are 2 Gen 2 starters in this game, so that kind of contradicts each other, but still, I feel like people really like Cyndaquil the most over Totodile and Cyndaquil. But as we all know, Cyndaquil has already been used as a starter Pokemon, so like I said, I'm going to use Chikorita, I think, at least, I don't know. But I'm excited to see, you know, like how we get the Gen 6 starters, because maybe we will be able to just pick them again, like a couple hours into the game. They'd be like, oh yeah, and if you want to pick one of these starter Pokemon, you can. Or maybe even in the beginning of the game, between the Legends Z starters and the Gen 6 starters. I'd say probably not though, just because the trailer really made it sound like these are officially the starter Pokemon that you choose in the beginning of the game. And if you don't already know, in Pokemon X and Y, which is, you know, Gen 6 where Legends Z has taken place, or in the Kalos region, that game you were able to eventually pick between Gen 1 and Gen 6 starters. So I think it's going to be the exact same thing in this game. You're going to be able to pick between the Generation 6 starters and Legends Z starters. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're excited for Legends Z, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow this channel and build a little community. I'm thinking about making a Discord soon. I think that would be pretty interesting and pretty cool, where you guys can like come and chat with me, or just post some funny things, funny screenshots, or shiny Pokemon that you catch. I think that would be pretty cool to interact with you guys. I love seeing what you guys have to say, so leave a comment about how you're feeling about Legends Z. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.